Oh my god, we're here. We're back, episode 3. It's Not Horror, a Data Network production. I am your host, Caligula Q Strawman, and with me, as always, is a collection of mountain mystics, weirdos, chuds, loved ones, people I met in the back alley.
Cancer survivor.
And a cancer survivor.
Yes.
We have to thank the classic film, The Boy 2, for that. Still on the lookout for The Boy 2. As you know, we watch horror movies and we argue about why it's not a horror movie. That's what we do here. We're the only show on the internet that talks about horror movies, or lack thereof. We are going to be starting with Incitatus.
Greetings.
And we watched Krampus, the 2015 showing.
Tony Collette's in this?
Yep. The one similarity this movie has to Hereditary.
This is a Hereditary remake, bud.
There was an Ask Reddit thread.
I like the smiling old woman right there.
Right? Just absent-mindedly playing the piano.
I mean, it's not Christmas unless you're punching out someone.
To Bing Crosby?
I'm pretty sure that's Is that Joseph?
Did you not know Joseph was known for his mean right hook?
Oh yeah, what was that?
Yeah.
Like the Griswolds or what? Like what's going on here?
That is an actor I legitimately despise.
This guy?
Nice.
He's great at playing the kind of person I just can't stand being around.
I don't think he's acting.
It's probably true.
There's too many roles he's done that in.
Yeah, pretty much every role I can think of, he's just like the annoying redneck.
Looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here.
She's not wrong.
No.
Like I can taste the cinnamon air freshener.
Come on. I hate Christmas! I hate all of you! Max!
Hell yeah, both sides mad.
Kid deserves a prize just for telling the truth.
Unfazed.
Hell yeah. Fuck Christmas.
He's so mad.
So mad!
Okay, I want to dramatically rip up a letter and throw it out the window.
Let's do it.
Except none of the windows at my house open. So I need to borrow a window.
Black guy in general bad attitude is making me want to call him Zuko.
Oh my god.
Alright.
I feel like there's an unspoken rule, like, if it's the holidays and the power goes out, max 3 hours before you can start eating people. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'd say that's minimum right there.
Hey, back later.
Why don't I own a white guy sweater?
1 hour. I can
Get
get you
you
a
some.
white guy sweater.
You need some white guy
Okay.
I
sweaters?
told you to get over.
You don't have to smoke pop. Wait for it.
See what it gets you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Whoa, yikes.
That's why my package never arrived.
Is DHL even a thing still?
God, I hope
I
not.
don't think they are
Like,
anymore.
what kind of package?
I think this is like their
The fuck is that?
I think she screamed a little early.
Do you think Texas was like this during the whole power outage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the old country, uploading Blizzard is the only way.
Is this a thing D-make?
Now we all have to figure out who is Christmas.
Yeah. Who was Christmas the whole time?
No, it's a witch demake because there's still a goat in it.
Oh, it's a witch D-make. Everything's D-makes now.
All the D-makes.
You saw that.
Yeah.
Fucking teddy bear stabbed into the freezer
Just
door.
why?
Well, it's not a teddy bear.
Krampus hit this house so hard, it turned their fireplace into a Dr. Seuss drawing.
That's it, dude.
It's all twisted.
But I've hit things that hard.
Bro, it's a Santa worm! Ew! Santa worms! Ew!
You know,
I bet you never thought you'd say those words back to back.
Yeah.
And Dorothy, will you keep an eye on them? Why me? I never liked kids, even when I was one.
Because you're useless. You know. Yeah.
She knows about the Santa worms.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, all the Santa worms.
Granny secrets.
Oh, Grandma's getting ready.
I told you she had an evil grandma look.
No, she's not evil. She just knows what's coming.
Oh, he's got a pocket full of shells.
Oh no!
He's gonna rally around his family right here.
Yeah.
That's a tough girl.
Yeah, she
No
did.
longer.
She's a tough smear.
She done died, bro.
You die.
Yep.
Word.
Yeah.
Probably.
Eventually, son.
It's just give him an existential crisis. How come we don't have a big sleepover like this? We even have a fireplace.
You never asked.
The rest of us should have a big sleepover like this without Parker.
Burn.
Do I get to be the crotchety old grandma that only speaks German?
Yeah.
I wanted to be the crotchety old
Am I the
man.
angsty chick that died first? Yeah?
You're the weed smoking angsty girl that dies first.
Ich bin so wicked.
I want to be the fat kid.
Fuck, I think that makes me the balding redneck.
Ah, Jesus. Bro, what is Santa's problem here?
It is not
Why is-
Santa.
Why?
Clearly he's got a kink. Like,
Hey.
you just got.
I did.
Did anyone bet that you'd be scared by pizza? Anybody?
The pizza is the scariest part of this movie.
Yeah, you got the pizza spook.
Come on.
You realize that most of the budget went on this, too, right?
Probably.
The movie would be better if it all looked like this.
But Krampus didn't take me, said no.
Yo, Krampus out here winking at me.
He's like, I'll save you for later, wink.
What happens?
Do you think that actor actually talks out of the corner of his mouth?
I hope so.
Because he has in every single role of his.
Whoever the hell's messing with us took my boy in here.
What? Why?
This is my choice.
Your choice to what?
Go outside.
Run
Die.
out in the snow.
Don't you have your...
To what end?
To die.
He's gonna go blast a Krampus.
Yeah, dude. He's going Krampus blasting.
She says we're fucked.
Yep.
She can speak fluent English.
How'd you...
Because I'm old enough to know when life is coming at you with his pants down.
Well, damn.
Right?
Oh, leave the house.
He did it.
Sure.
Draw circles.
He's planning. That's how planning looks.
I need more maps. So
That's
I
my
can-
place.
How the maps in Silent Hill
I was
came
gonna
around.
say that. I play Silent Hill. I know what this man's up to. This is a Silent Hill situation. We are code Silent Hill.
Now, I don't even know who they're reading. That's a man-sized foot.
That is disgusting.
What even is that thing?
Honestly, that's my favorite creepy thing in this movie so far.
Is that not
This is like the only time Tony Collette's been hung to that.
Woman in a fit.
You're just gonna hear softly.
Can you like shut up? If you're really nice, can you shut up there?
What's the size of that vent? Why is it the size of a dog?
You what?
This is like a double XL, like the fucking chute for the fireplace.
Finally, someone with aim.
Right?
For quality, though.
No.
That's a
Twisted fairy tale horse.
I will seal the house.
There's a
5 feet to the left,
Yeah.
there is a giant hole.
You can't climb through this puddle.
It just makes my back hurt.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Wait, that's your daughter.
As far as last stands go, most of the characters just stand there and die.
Yeah, they just like, oh, and die. We ran out of budget. We have to drop our actresses and actors into the snow. This movie would have been better if it was The Purge.
It's the Chud Parade.
Yeah, the mouth doesn't even move.
It broke during production.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Old broke mouth Krampus.
Old broke mouth.
I just wanted Christmas to be like it used to be.
Oh, this is how it used to be.
Yeah, basically, right?
Happy Saturnalia, you motherfucker!
That was too much of a happy ending for a goddamn horror movie.
Krampus.
That was such a good time.
Best jump scare of the
That the pizza
That
guy.
pizza guy.
Man, fuck off.
The pizza guy, better jump scare than Krampus. Wait. There was Krampus the Christmas film in 2014, then Krampus in 2015, which is this one, then Krampus the Reckoning in 2015, then Krampus Origins in 2018, and then Krampus the Devil Returns 2016. There's a lot of Krampus movies.
So we need to immerse ourselves in the Krampus verse. Is what
Let's
I'm saying.
not.
Krampus verse.
Krampus multiverse.
Not like Revenge of Krampus or Krampus Dark Tide, but just
Krampusing?
yeah, just regular Krampus 2015. Why did we watch this movie?
We have poor taste.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Intestatus, is this a horror movie?
Absolutely not. No, in no respect is this fucking a horror movie.
What kind of movie is this, do you think? If you had to describe the last 99 minutes of your life, how would you describe that?
White society wish fulfillment.
Ooh, that's rough. As in like big house, family, gifts, murder.
No. Each of these individuals is a caricature of an average white person, as seen by the media, and they all get to portray themselves as both victim and hero and self-sacrificing situation.
Yeah, like everyone's a victim and hero in their own story.
Yeah. And then
Everyone's-
they all get to make the sacrifice that helps the others.
The caricature of the white man as displayed by media is just like walking martyr.
And as by themselves.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah. That is every bit of this movie, if you can call it that. From everybody. The redneck. The children, all they are objects.
They're just like paper thin characters. Almost every single person in this movie.
Yeah, except for the main child character. The rest of the children don't have names. I don't think I heard them said once.
He incoherently screams what I think is Harry when he goes outside and you're
Howie.
making fun of it. Howie?
Does he? Because I heard,
It's good enough.
and all they serve is as emotional stimulant for that character to feel like, I'm doing a revenging
Revenging.
for my unnamed child.
Yeah, like it's literally like child dies and then the character does something stupid and then like they forget their kid is gone.
Yeah.
They steal the baby, and you were like to see if they mentioned the baby again. Never brings it back.
No. I don't even think they noticed the baby was gone.
I mean, to their credit though, they do mention how they forget the baby in the car at the beginning of the movie.
What it is they ran out of baby budget. So they just written out.
Sounds like what my parents did with me. Ran out of baby budget.
So yeah, this entire thing is just white person wish fulfillment. They get to be the revenger, the martyr, and the victim all at the same time.
The only thing they don't get to be is like the white savior of a different culture.
Technically they do, but it's an own white culture.
Yeah, they don't go like enlighten the savage.
No, it is, they're enlightened by the white mystic savage.
This movie would have been better if there was some brown people in it.
It would have been, but at the same time, it would have taken away everything from what they were trying to build from this movie.
This is true. This is true. Do you think this is a Silent Hill remake?
If the movie ended with the father surviving, yes.
That's true. I guess the father doesn't like really survive. They got like it just.
No, him and the mother were written out instantly because I think they couldn't continue to pay for the high budget actors.
They just like end up in a Snowglobe like a Dormammu super move. There's one guy who gets that joke and he's loving it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Or is he just groaning because everything that touches this movie is just shit?
That might be it too. Hey, not everything that touches this movie is shit. Some of those people went on to have decent careers.
They had careers before this movie. This just diminished their careers.
Retroactively diminishes people's careers.
Retroactively? What have they been in since?
I mean, Tony Collette was in Hereditary.
Before or after this?
It was after it.
How soon after? Were they filming at the same time?
Like a year after, I think.
They were filming at the same time then.
Could be.
There's no way to back those claims up. You're like 0 and 9 on untested claims. You better watch it.
Yeah.
Better watch it, Mr. Millennial over there.
Also, Adam Scott's been in tons of things.
This is true.
I'm just gonna rack up these points.
What?
Anything else you gotta say about this movie?
This would have ended better if it ended like most of the 90s sitcoms, or late 80s, early 90s sitcoms, where it was all just a dementia-ridden child's dream as he stares into a snow globe.
Like instead of like waking up in his bed and like getting the cryptic present, he like wakes up and he's like in a hospital staring at a snow globe.
Yes.
He's like in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And it's like
with the same expression that the tubby child had.
Oh, he's got the Krampus face, like the busted end of the
Yeah. Old bust mouth.
Old mouth.
I appreciate that ending a lot more than the original ending. How do you feel about those elf puppets?
It felt like a stage production. That's all it was, because all they did was dance around and shake their oversized mask heads.
It almost felt like when you go to like one of those weird spooky parades and there's like things happening around you, but you're just like walking around like looking at them.
That's because the design crew for this movie just went to a Krampus parade and said, hey, we'll just do that and nothing else.
We'll do that with paper-thin characters.
I mean, they just had an audience. That's it. They just had a parade and an audience.
That's what this movie is.
Yeah.
It's not a horror movie.
No, absolutely not.
It's just
it's barely a movie.
It's a parade adaptation.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Does anyone have a rebuttal for parade adaptation? All right, folks, your stand. State your name and business.
What up? It's Samantha.
Is this a horror movie, Samantha?
Dude, you're tripping shit if you think this is a horror movie. This was actually fucking stupid. It was kind of a boring film, not gonna lie. Like, there was maybe one jump scare and it was stupid predictable. You knew exactly what the fuck was gonna happen. And it literally panned out of the scene. Didn't even see what the fuck happened, really. You were just like, oh, this creepy thing crawled out of the box all of a sudden. You know exactly what the fuck was gonna happen.
I think the only time you got scared was when the pizza man knocked on the door.
Yeah, that was a spooky pizza guy. Really got me there. Ooh, that knock on the door.
It was like that, and then like the first time they show a dead body, it was like the frozen guy in the car.
Yeah, you're like, ooh,
You were like, ooh, and that was like something
yeah,
like-
that's pretty much it. This was kind of like a less romantic version of the Snowglobe 2007 film. Like,
The
it was...
fuck are you talking
I was
about?
like, what movie are we talking about here?
There's a 2007 rom-com Christmas Snowglobe film.
Never saw it.
Stupid cheesy. So this was equally cheesy, just slightly less romantic.
Why are you calling it a snow globe film?
Because they literally ended up in a snow globe.
I hate that.
Did you not see the ending? In the ending, he literally drops them into the thing,
No,
and then the
Snow
guy's
Globe.
in a loop of Christmas Day in a snow globe, and the guy has like a collection of snow globes everywhere.
In this?
Yeah.
Oh.
So would you say this isn't a
I
horror
did
movie?
miss
This is a snow globe film?
Yes. Yes, it
A
is.
new genre.
Yes, it's a snow globe film.
The other movie must not have been very romantic if you said marginally less romantic. What romance besides Krampus like tongue in the grandma are we talking about?
Both of them were just cheesy ass snow globe Christmas movies because they like try to like fantasize snow globes for some reason. But
Would you
yeah,
want to be trapped in a snow globe?
I would not. I mean, there's worse things, but definitely not on my bucket list. I don't know. There's just like not a lot happened here.
Did any of the weird puppets or monsters freak you out? Robots, giant Jack-in-the-Box freaks?
You mean the very evident plastic masks that didn't move? Yeah. No.
Super scary.
Not much going on there. It was kind of like a musical almost, but like just without the music.
There's
Like
a
just
musical
like
without
weird.
the...
Just like,
Kill me!
like you know how like
Theater is dead!
like they just kind of like stood there and were like just speared into the night.
There was a lot of menacing, but that was it.
Pretty much, yeah.
This movie suffered from not having it, like being PG-13.
Pretty much,
It
but like
was just like implied harassment by elves.
yeah, but like the elves didn't even touch these motherfuckers. They just like scooped in and were like, "Ooh, look at my creepy mask," and then like took a baby and no one noticed. One person noticed the baby gone, was upset for maybe 3 seconds, and then they went on with the movie.
Would you say that this movie is closer to a Hereditary remake than it is?
Pretty
horror
much,
movie?
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure because this movie came out before Hereditary, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So like the creators of Hereditary kind of just watched this and were like, you know what, we can fix this.
We could write this ship.
And
Is that the scariest part of this movie? Is the shades of Hereditary you saw in it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, just like flashbacks.
Yeah.
That was all though.
Just screaming like a nom vet.
Yeah.
Just Tony Collette's being hung in an attic.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The whole attic remake thing, I was like, whoa, alright, I see you.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a lot happened here that I was like pretty spooked by. Pizza Guy though. Pizza Guy got me.
So this is a Snow Globe film.
It's a snow globe film.
I like that. I guess one of you over here, rebuttal statements. Bon. Approach the stand and state your business.
Hello, this is the Bond.
Is this a horror movie, Bon?
No.
Is that it?
The only answer.
I will accept this.
I mean, I'm willing. I have a few more points, but I was willing to make that my argument.
If you have more points, please, by all means. This is a contest.
Not a horror movie, but can we discuss how it might be a sci-fi movie?
I would be willing to hear an argument about how Krampus 2015 is a sci-fi joint. So
at the end of the movie, I feel like we've all kind of agreed they end up in this snow globe time loop.
Indeed.
Who's to say that the whole events of the movie are on the first night that the loop starts? Who's to say this isn't their second, third, or 50th time?
So it's just
and we're just observing through the globe.
We just get to take a brief slice of the constant loop.
Exactly.
Does a time loop instantly make something sci-fi?
I mean, I feel like it's a concept that is intrinsically tied to the science fiction genre.
I'm okay with that. What other sci-fi themes are in this movie?
I mean, the anthropomorphized creatures. I mean, Who's to say that's not just a product of some mad science experiment and not some weird white folk magic?
So you're saying that maybe Krampus was created in some kind of laboratory.
Who's to say he's not some sort of like human goat hybrid?
He's not some kind of like Nazi experiment gone awry.
Who are we to say it's otherwise?
I mean, they do say that he's thousands of years old. Maybe that's just a product of the time loop, though.
I was gonna say, like, well, why isn't this just like a part of the narrative of this given simulation?
Yeah, it's an unreliable narrator. That's what the grandma is.
I mean, she speaks in German, but she can still understand English. Why doesn't she just speak it? It just seems like an oddly convenient
Maybe
trope.
she's on the inside.
Maybe she's just like
She's
the
a fucking double agent, man.
She's the personification of whoever is programming this simulation.
I like that a lot. It's like the Matrix when they meet God.
Yes, absolutely.
I like that a lot. I like this movie a little bit more now than I did when we just finished watching it.
All right. Yep, I believe that about concludes my argument.
Yeah, this is a science fiction Snowglobe film. Romcoms. This is the crossover that no one wanted, but everyone deserved.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
This is an unwatchable crossover.
The people that didn't want it was me.
Yeah, you're the people who didn't want it.
I'm the people.
You're always the people who didn't want it, though.
No, never. Rebuttal to the bonbon over there. The movie takes place over 3 days, so it's not the same 24-hour time loop. Sorry, Bon.
Who's to say it's not a 72-hour time loop?
Because then the Snowglobe opens it on the 25th.
Semantics.
Okay.
Time loops are semantics.
To point out though in the grandma's story, it says it was a couple days before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I need to talk louder. Alright.
Yeah, you yell at me.
That takes a lot of effort. Alright.
What is this movie? Is it a horror movie? Grumpkins?
No, it's not a horror movie.
Illuminate me.
It's a movie about mental health issues.
Talk to me.
So, the main kid that's really codependent on his grandma suffers from a lot of mental issues, so when Christmas doesn't go his way, he basically goes on a murdery spree, aka Krampus. It was him the whole time.
You think he's Krampus the whole time?
Yeah.
This is one of those
his mental health issues manifest as Krampus.
It's like one of those psychological thrillers where like the kid is the killer the whole time.
Yeah.
I hate it, but it checks out. It checks out.
I know you hate it. That's why
I'm like
wrong
looking
with
at the plot, just like checking all the boxes that the kid was
Exactly, because Christmas didn't go his way, and all of a sudden everyone starts dying, and it's like, my Christmas wishes didn't come true. Everyone can suck a fuck, and they're all dead. So, there we go.
It's fucking ponderous. It's fucking ponderous.
And his grandma was the same way. That's why she was the original Krampus. So that whole like flashback to like
she murdered her family, taught him to murder.
No, she like murdered the whole town. If you didn't catch that, over bread or something. I don't know if she was in like an occupied country during the war or was anyway. It wasn't happy fun times. So yeah, he gets his mental health issues from Gram. So.
Oh God, I love that.
Yep, and then the Snowglobe is just his in his head. He's bananas.
He's bananas.
Yep.
I think we could just write in into Tadas' ending where he's in the hospital
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is in the hospital. Mental health ward.
This is how he remembers it.
Exactly.
God.
So, that's my take.
You just fucking blew my mind.
Bang.
Alright.
L.
Hi, I'm Miscellanea. So we just watched Krampus. Was it a horror movie?
That's the question at hand. Is that a horror movie?
Fuck no. God no.
You wouldn't say watching this movie is an act of horror on the audience?
Oh, absolutely. I was gonna say this is not a horror movie. This is a waste of time. This movie was a collection of images and sound that was, I guess, an absurdist take on something. What I couldn't tell you. It was painful to bear witness to.
You wouldn't say that this is quintessential gothic horror as a subversion of the domestic life?
You wound me when you say that. But I can see where you're coming from. A little.
Like they're all trapped in the house is spooky.
Yeah,
There's
and
a
they all
monster.
cared for their kids about as much as the average American household. So, I mean, it was truly horrific to watch.
So maybe it is a horror movie.
I mean, yeah, in that
In
regard.
like a weird, absurd, existential way.
Yeah, like in a meta sort of way, in the way that the action is not perpetrated upon the characters, but on you, the audience. Kind of like Funny Games, you know, as a critique of horror movies, that it was. Like, this, I could see this being that.
Is this a Funny Games demake?
What are you on about with all these demake? It's a great concept, though, demaking. Where'd you come across that?
That's the thing they do.
The thing?
Yeah, they take like PS4 games and they make them with like PS1 graphics, and it's called the demake.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they make like newer games with like retro graphics.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this.
Yeah, it's like a thing they do. Like modders and people do it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like,
that makes more
yeah.
sense.
It's a good thing.
Okay. A demake of Funny Games?
I just added points to your score because you mentioned Funny Games, and I'm just that guy.
Oh man, Funny Games is
Unless
awesome.
we're talking about the actual remake of Funny Games, in which then I'll just start raging.
The actual remake?
They made a remake of Funny Games.
Well, there's the shot-for-shot remake. That's not what you're talking about, from the original German one, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't know that. That fills me with a sort of rage that...
That fills me with actual horror.
I'm growing more accustomed to this feeling of like, oh, something wonderful has been made into something terrible. I guess that's the world we live in.
So you would say this is a horror of a different type then? It's a different stab at horror.
Yeah, the only way this could possibly be considered horror is if you consider the effect it has on its audience rather than the characters within it.
I like the meta horror element. We'll take it.
It's a meta horror movie.
Yeah,
You won't have fun, but you will wish you hadn't watched
It's a
it.
meta horror in the Snowglobe genre, and the Street Parade adaptation.
It's a Street Parade adaptation of a Snowglobe meta horror.
I think we nailed this thing down.
Prank roll, we got it.
I think we nailed it down. So I need just a couple extra statements, one way or another.
All right. So, to begin with, the last person speaking was rambling. This isn't a sci-fi movie as much as any fucking movie is a sci-fi movie if you squint at it.
I like that. It's all sci-fi if you squint.
Yeah. It's a time loop. No, it's not. It's called time progression. Time moves forward. So has this movie.
I thought time was a flat circle.
Time is a flat circle only in relation to my growing ennui. Everything about this movie is just poor white martyrdom. If you're trying to say it's sci-fi, that only feeds into their narrative.
Are we doing their narrative with triple parentheses? or
Yes.
not? Oh. Big points.
So no, this isn't a sci-fi. This isn't a fucking horror. It's a bad fucking jack chick track.
Oh god, I love it. I love it. You're making a lot of fucking sense right now. I think that wraps up this contest of It's Not Horror. We have, starting from the bottom, now we're here. Sam with 3 points, the lowest in this contest.
I'm just here for the trauma, man.
This is the first time you've ever taken last.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Followed by Grumpkins, even though you made a lot of good points. You still got 4. L had too many zingers, got a 5. Plus just all the argument before we started rolling, I was like, this is too good. You get points for these. Bond, 6. And Incitatus, the winner, 7 points.
Oh!
Taking it again.
Reigning champion. Tortoise.
This is normally the part where I would say, I'm not sure if this is a horror movie or not, and I'm pretty damn sure that it's not a horror movie. But I do know what this movie is about. This movie is a warning against New Age magic and esotericism. He makes a list with his wishes, like people are want to do, affirmations, lists like that, and they either write bad traits and rip them up, or they make lists that are supposed to empower them, spirit boards, image boards, that kind of thing. And he makes it, and it goes horribly awry because he doesn't know what he's doing. The director brings in the Krampus mythology, the Krampus lore, but he doesn't stick true to it. He colors it with his own perceptions, his own liberties, like people are wont to do with tarot and modern Western esotericism. And the reason people are doing this, and it's relevant again, is because we have Facebook, we all know what our friends are up to, we all know what is going on with everyone with our one-night stands via Snapchat locations, and we have all the answers at our fingertips. There's no more wonder left, so we rely on esotericism. But we do it wrong. We just fill our own insecurities in there. So this movie is a warning against that. Anyway, that's It's Not Horror. I have been Caligula Q Strawman. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Okay. What are we writing in here?
That's your call. You won.
Friday the 13th. I took the suggestion to Get Out last time. Alright.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nice.
Classic.
Spin this naughty boy.
Spin that wheel! Spin that wheel!
It's so satisfying.
Unless I get trauma, then I'll be upset. Oh my god.
God is real.
How are you even allowed to put this movie on there?